Hello and welcome to our channel, where stories come to life. Today, we dive into The Family and the Night of the Red Moon, an adventurous tale of courage, unity, and the powerful bond of family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thrilling stories and adventures. Let's get started. In the peaceful village of Umuzi, nestled deep within the African savannah, life was simple and harmonious. The people of Umuzi were known for their close-knit families and strong traditions passed down through generations. Among them was a family that was respected and loved by all, the family of Elder Kofi. Elder Kofi was a wise and kind man, revered for his knowledge of the old ways and his deep understanding of the land. He lived with his wife, Mama Akua, and their 3 children, the eldest son Kwabina, the brave and adventurous daughter Afia, and the youngest, a curious boy named Kojo. One evening, as the sun began to set and the sky turned a deep orange, Elder Kofi gathered his family around the fire. His face was etched with concern, and his usually calm voice carried a tone of urgency. "My children," Elder Kofi began, "I have seen something in the stars, a warning. The red moon will rise tonight, a sign that something dark is stirring." Mama Akua gasped, her eyes widening in fear. "The red moon? But it hasn't appeared in generations." Kwabina, ever the skeptic, frowned. "Father, is this just an old tale? What could the red moon possibly mean?" Elder Kofi looked at his son with a grave expression. "The red moon is a sign of danger, a warning from the spirits. When it rises, it brings with it forces beyond our understanding. We must be prepared." Afia, who was known for her courage, stepped forward. "Father, what must we do?" Elder Kofi placed a hand on his daughter's shoulder. "We must stay together as a family and protect our village. The spirits have always watched over us, but tonight, we must be vigilant. Evil forces may try to enter our world, and we must not let them." Kojo, the youngest, clutched his mother's hand. "But father, how will we know what to do?" Elder Kofi smiled gently at his son. "The spirits will guide us, Kojo. We must listen to them and trust in our family's strength." As the last rays of sunlight disappeared, the sky grew dark, and a chilling wind swept through the village. The villagers noticed that the usual evening sounds of birds and insects had fallen silent. An uneasy feeling settled over Umuzi. The family huddled closer together, their eyes fixed on the horizon. And then, as if on cue, a blood-red moon began to rise, casting an eerie glow over the village. The red moon had arrived. As the red moon climbed higher in the sky, its crimson light bathed the village in an unsettling glow. The villagers, now aware of the ominous omen, gathered around Elder Kofi's home, seeking guidance and reassurance. Elder Kofi stood before them, his heart heavy with the weight of responsibility. "My friends, tonight is a night of great danger. We must stay together and protect one another. Do not leave your homes, and keep your fires burning bright. The light will keep the darkness at bay." The villagers nodded solemnly, their faces reflecting a mix of fear and determination. They trusted Elder Kofi and knew that he would do everything in his power to protect them. As the villagers dispersed to their homes, Elder Kofi turned to his family. "We must keep watch. Kwabina, Afia, Kojo, stay close. Mama Akua, you and I will keep the fire burning. The night will be long, but we must remain vigilant." The family sat around the fire, its warmth providing some comfort against the chilling wind that had picked up. The shadows cast by the flames danced eerily on the walls, and the silence outside was unnerving. Suddenly, Afia's sharp eyes caught movement at the edge of the firelight. "Father, look," she whispered, pointing toward the darkness. Elder Kofi followed her gaze and saw what appeared to be a figure lurking just beyond the circle of light. It was tall and shadowy, with glowing red eyes that seemed to pierce the night. "Stay back," Elder Kofi commanded, his voice steady but firm. He grabbed a burning stick from the fire and held it out in front of him, advancing slowly toward the figure. The creature hissed, recoiling from the light. It was a spirit, a dark force that had crossed into their world under the red moon's influence. Afia, her heart pounding, moved to stand beside her father. "What is it, father? How do we stop it?" Elder Kofi did not take his eyes off the creature. It's a malevolent spirit, drawn to the power of the red moon. It fears the light, but it is strong. We must drive it away before it can harm anyone. Kwabena, who had been skeptical earlier, now felt a surge of fear and adrenaline. "Let me help, Father," he said, grabbing another burning stick. Elder Kofi nodded. "Stay close, Kwabena. We must not let it enter the village." As father and son approached, the spirit hissed again, its form shifting like smoke in the wind. It tried to dart around them, but Elder Kofi and Kwabena were quick, blocking its path with the burning sticks. The creature let out a screech, retreating further into the darkness. Elder Kofi thrust the stick forward, and the spirit finally dispersed into the night, disappearing as suddenly as it had appeared. Breathing heavily, Elder Kofi lowered the stick. "It's gone, for now. But this is only the beginning. The red moon's power will draw more spirits. We must be ready." The family regrouped around the fire, their faces pale but resolute. They had faced the first of many challenges, and they knew the night was far from over. As the night wore on, the family remained alert, their eyes scanning the darkness for any signs of danger. The red moon loomed overhead, its sinister light casting long shadows across the village. Just as they began to think the worst was over, a loud rustling came from the nearby forest. The family froze, their ears straining to catch the source of the noise. Kojo, who had been quiet since the encounter with the first spirit, tugged at his mother's sleeve. "Mama, what's that sound?" Mama Akua placed a comforting hand on her son's shoulder. "I don't know, Kojo. But we must stay calm and listen to your father." Elder Kofi, his face set with determination, motioned for silence. The rustling grew louder, and then, out of the trees, emerged a massive figure. The red moon cast an ominous glow as the spirit of the forest approached the village, its massive form shaking the ground with every step. The villagers, terrified, peered from their homes, their hearts pounding with fear. Kwabena, though trembling, stepped forward, clutching a burning stick. "Father, we must act now, or it will destroy everything." Elder Kofi knew that fire alone wouldn't suffice against such a powerful entity. His mind raced, seeking a solution. It was Afia, ever observant, who spotted the village's sacred drum, the instrument believed to summon the spirits of their ancestors in times of great need. Without hesitation, Afia ran to the drum and began to play with all her strength. The deep, resonant sound echoed through the village, vibrating through the trees and stirring something ancient. The spirit of the forest paused, its glowing red eyes narrowing, uncertain of the new threat. As the drumbeat grew louder, a soft glow emerged from the trees, and the spirits of the ancestors appeared, their forms shimmering like mist in the moonlight. They surrounded the spirit of the forest, their presence a stark contrast to its dark, malevolent energy. The creature thrashed and roared, but the ancestors stood firm, their combined power pushing it back. With a final, enraged roar, the spirit of the forest was banished back into the shadows. Dissolving into the night, the ancestors turned to Elder Kofi, their expression serene. "You have done well to call upon us, Kofi. The red moon's power is great, but so is the bond of family. Stay strong, and the night will pass." As the spirits faded into the darkness, the family gathered around the drum, their hearts filled with relief and gratitude. They had faced a great danger and prevailed, but the night was not yet over. The night grew darker, the air thick with tension as the final challenge loomed. The ground trembled once more, and from a fissure in the earth emerged the spirit of division, a sinister entity that thrived on fear and discord. Its form was ever-changing, shifting from one grotesque shape to another, its eyes black as the void. The spirit's laughter sent chills down their spines. "So, this is the great family of Umuzi. Let's see how strong your bond truly is." With a wave of its hand, the spirit conjured illusions around them, each family member suddenly surrounded by visions of their worst fears. Kwabena found himself lost in a vast, unending wilderness. Afia saw the village consumed by flames, and Kojo was trapped in a dark, endless cave. Even Elder Kofi and Mama Akua were not spared. Elder Kofi saw the village elders turning their backs on him, while Mama Akua watched her children in danger, unable to reach them. The illusions were powerful, and the family began to falter, their resolve weakening under the spirit's malevolent influence. But deep within, they remembered Elder Kofi's words, "We must stay together." Despite their fear, each family member called out, "Afia. Kwabena. Kojo. We're a family, we can't let this spirit break us." Their bond strengthened as they reached out to one another. Weakening the spirit of division, frustrated, the spirit tried to hold on, but their unity overpowered it. With a final scream, the spirit dissolved into the night. Thank you for joining us for The Family and the Night of the Red Moon. If you like the story, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating adventures. Until next time, stay united and stay strong.